Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here, and welcome back to StarDrive 2. It has been a while. I did an early access video on this about 6 months ago. The game's been out about 6 months now. And I was really excited about it. It had some really cool mechanics, and actually, I love the artwork, the music. A lot about this game I really loved, and I still do enjoy. But there are some big issues with the title now, about 6 months in. And one of those that I want to talk to you about today is, well, the fact that there's an expansion pack announced. Like, well, actually, let me open up my Steam real quick. We will go, not to the StarDrive 2 website. Actually, yeah, it'd probably be on the StarDrive 2 website. Is it on there? Nah, it's not on there. Not yet, but it will be. StarDrive 2 is a title that has had some issues. Let's see, game groups. And then store. It's had some issues. It originally came out and had some balancing issues, which I could forgive because it had a really cool customization mechanic. All right, here we go, StarDrive 2. Under the news for StarDrive 2, it has recent news. Yeah, here we go, Sector 0 DLC announced. This is the issue that I have. Now, this game was made by one person. It has some really cool 4X game mechanics, big space game mechanic. Big space game, if you know what a 4X game is, where you go out and you conquer the universe. And there's quite a few games like that in this genre, but this one has a lot of nods to some of the classic sci-fis that I really enjoyed. But a lot of people are saying that this isn't done. This game isn't patched up and ready to be even called a release yet, some people say. For me, I haven't had those kind of bugs. I've just had really balancing bugs and stuff. We'll actually load up the game. I'll show you what it looks like while we talk about it. But where it's coming into a lot of fire right now for the Republic is the fact that there's an expansion on the way, and some people say it's not ready for an expansion, right? There needs to be many more patches to get the game polished up before there should even be thought of an expansion. And my question to you guys is, when is it okay to release an expansion? Because here's the thing with this title, right? And let me get in here and we'll show you the map. Here's a campaign that I've been playing. I'm actually in the middle of losing this campaign now, I remember. Oh God, I've only got my one little star system here, the United Federation, versus I'm surrounded on all sides by enemies. They're all going to war to me, and these are all enemy fleets coming in. But all this, the artwork here, everything was made by one person. I believe he does outsource for the artwork, because the artwork does look great. But the question being is, when is it okay to release an expansion? Now, this isn't some nameless corporation. Here's where I run into problems. If this was like, oh, I don't know, let's say this was Creative Assembly and Rome Total War came out and it was horribly broken. I remember what it was. And instead of fixing a lot of the big issues, they tried to release an expansion about 6 months out, calling it, you know, the new thing when the game wasn't working. Now there I'd have a problem with it. This is a big, a faceless corporation who's trying to make money, and that's what we always think. We're always like, this is a big corporation that's trying to make our cash off of us, and they need to get product that's actually worth a damn, blah, blah, blah. But for me, there's a lot of value in this title already. It has a 66% review on Steam, which is really, really low, to be honest. So it's not making a ton of money as it is. Now, when is it okay to make an expansion? If you're a single developer, right, you're trying to make money to keep the development going. He did StarDrive 1, and a lot of the hate for this game came from StarDrive 1 because he didn't finish, and I say that in quotations, StarDrive 1. When in reality, if you look at StarDrive 1, these are my Marines down here. It actually has a ground combat system. But in reality, if you look at StarDrive 1, I think there was a lot of big ideas in that particular title. Let's move my fleet. Yes, that's an acclimator. I will explain that in a second. There's some Star Wars ships in this. I'm playing a mod right now. There was a lot of, I think, big ideas in the original StarDrive. I think we're gonna get a battle going. Oh God, yes, enemy fleet. But the execution wasn't fantastic, and I think what happened was the developer, Zero, learned a lot from StarDrive 1 and realized that there was no fixing all the issues that particular title had. To be spending his rest of his life basically rewriting that game. When, if you're gonna be a developer, one thing you have to worry about is income, is money. You gotta have money to live, to make the game that you want to make. So he started working on his sequel, StarDrive 2, and I think it's turn-based. The original StarDrive was actually real-time, and there's a lot of mechanics missing from this that was in StarDrive 1, but a lot of those mechanics didn't work out that well anyways. Like controlling your ship, I didn't like it at all. I thought it was terrible. Oh wow, we just blasted that fighter. That little frigate. Is that a frigate or a fighter? I don't know. They don't really define the class there. All right, turn. Oh, why aren't you firing back? Because you're missing most of your parts. This is the customization system I was talking about. My poor little acclimator here, beat to hell. and he's missing the majority of his armor on his forward side because he didn't make it through the last battle. That was actually a patch. He's patched the game quite a bit over the last 6 months. I mean, I'll give him credit for that. Quite a few patches have come out. Some things need to be fixed, absolutely need to be fixed. One of them being the modding support. But my question to you guys, I think I'm gonna lose this battle. Maybe the Defiant here can make it through this fight. I mean, look at it, it's even 3D models, which, to be honest, real-time 3D models where I can control my battle. In a 4X game, there are bigger 4X games that don't even bother with this. They don't even let you control your fights, let alone customize your ships like this, right? Where it matters. Anywho, let's talk about the expansion. So, he wants to put out an expansion. He is putting out an expansion, actually. It's not he wants to, he's doing it. And, like I said, if this was some no-name corporation trying to get cash on us, I would be pretty pissed off. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, he's probably just trying to get more funding. He didn't sell that many copies of StarDrive 2, I don't think. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to funding a game's development, even if you're making it in like your living room, you gotta make some cash to live. Oh, we just took out one of their capital ships. Oh man. They've like EMP'd my station, that's why it's not returning fire. There we go, weapons are back online. So, I'm of two minds. One, yes, I want to see the issues fixed, and I will show you. Can I pause this? Yes, spacebar's pause. That's right. One of the issues that that just absolutely need to be fixed, and Zero, I hope you watch this because this is something that your modders need. They need the ability to delete ship builds and make it so the enemy. How do I get to? This is the other thing that needs to be fixed. They need the ability to. Oh, here we go. Workshop. That's what I need. Good grief. I have to find it. This is what you have to do to get to this, by the way. Well, first thing, the modding thing that needs to be fixed first is the fact that the workshop button is not even on your library page for the game. You're not even trying, are you? No, you're not. This is such a pain in the ass to get to the workshop for this title because there's no button for it on your library page. There's no button for it on the store page for it. So you don't even know it has workshop support. And then, let's go back again. Here we go. And then we got to go to, this is news. We need to go to the community page, actually. So, game groups, and then there should be community tab on top. This is what you have to do. You have to find the game, find the community for it, then go to, there we go. Go to community, click it. Once you're inside it, you'll have all these tabs on the top. Then click workshop because there's no button anywhere else. And then nothing comes up. There's no mods on the front page of the workshop. Then you have to, and if you don't know about this, you'll never find it. Go to plug and play mods, and there are the few mods that are there. I mean, who's gonna make a mod for this if they don't even promote it? If they don't even show it? And there's some really cool mods. Star Trek Shattered Alliance was a mod that started the day this game came out, and the guy put tons of hours into it. He got all these models for the Borg, the Klingons, all kinds of cool stuff, right? You're thinking, yeah, I could play on that overmap. Look at that, it looks great. On that overmap with all these cool ships, all the heroes here, you know, the Federation, the Romulans, the Borg, all what is that, 9 sides? That is crazy. And customize the ships themselves, so you're all kinds of excited, right? Well, the problem being, let me get out of here and I'll show you. The problem is, when you finally download one of these mods because you found it, I think we are going to lose this, so we're just gonna go ahead and surrender it so I can show you. When you go to play one of the mods, like this one, notice how these aren't Star Wars ships, though I'm playing a Star Wars mod right now. You can't eliminate builds. You can't get rid of the ships that are built into the game. The modders, for whatever reason, cannot do it. I had a chat with them, and this means that the AI will most likely always build, well, these ships. The ships that are, these ships right here that are coming right at us. These ships that are built into the game, which sucks if you're making a total conversion and you have these awesome models. Let me go into the shipyard real quick. Shipyard. If you have these awesome models, I'm playing as the Republic right now in the Star Wars mod. Look at this. These are great. Venator, there's a Star Destroyer there. You want the AI to take advantage of these, and the AI does not. Even if it means the mod authors have to sit down and make the build that the AI uses, they need the ability to get rid of these, or they're just gonna keep building them. And you don't get that sense of, well, playing a total conversion mod. So this would be top priority. The one thing that I would like fixed is this. So that would be something that I'd like to see in the patch. But we're going back to that expansion. Is it okay for a game company to release an expansion? A lot of us are like, nah, screw that. I'm not buying another game he ever makes. I know that. I see that in the comments. I see that in the reviews for this. They actually took Mars from me. What a What a bunch of D-bags. Let's go ahead and move the fleet down to Earth. Defend it. Oh, we're so done. I only have 2 more planets left, and they're in the Sol system. So that's my question to you guys. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Is it okay for a game developer, specifically this game developer, to release an expansion when the game isn't fully fleshed out? There are some issues. I guess there's still some balancing issues. I'm not sure. I haven't been in the late game on this in a long time. I just picked it back up and started playing it again. But it's still really fun to me. So, and I am glad that he has continued to patch it. I mean, we had a patch like maybe a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. So, and it was pretty substantial, but now there's an expansion coming out, so that's the question. Are you guys going to pick it up? Let me know in the comments below. Is it okay to release an expansion to fund the continued development of this title? Because I'd love to see what this guy continues to make, because every time he makes a game, to me, they seem to be much more complete. It's one guy doing this, and it feels much more complete, much more solid, and there's a lot of fun to be had in this particular title. There really is. There really is. If you want to know what kind of fun I'm talking about, check out my other video. I'll run you through them real quick though. The tech trees have a lot of nods and winks toward some of the best sci-fis out there. Everything from Stargate to Star Wars, like the photon torpedo. Or there is actually a Stargate you can get that you can transfer food between on different planets, and it looks like this little ring thing. It looks right out of Stargate. I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff that will make you laugh, and lots of in-jokes if you're a sci-fi fan, so I think you'll really enjoy it. Also, there's like a chess version of ground combat. It's pretty simplified. I'd like to see more of it. I was hoping the expansion would add more, like here's your ground troops. You actually go down to like a chessboard and you fight over it, though the units are pretty lackluster. There's not a lot going on there. I would love to see like mechs and tanks, and it's supposed to represent us planetary invasion, right? It's supposed to represent a planetary invasion. Let's see it. Let's see the tanks and the artillery and all kinds of cool stuff on the board that I can build. Like, flesh that out just as much as we get starships. That's what I'd love to see. That's the expansion to me. But that's a lot of work, and I understand that takes money and resources to get done. And I want to see him continue to make games, because so far, he's made 2 games that have sucked quite a few hours of my life out just playing them and having a good time with them. So I'd like to see a StarDrive 3. I'd love to see this one get a few more, maybe another couple of expansions, and then another whole game. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think, though. I'm curious. In the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more gaming discussions, videos, modding content, and I'll see you next time.